If you want to be able to determine direction at night without a compass, stay tuned. At night it's much more difficult to navigate. However, you can use the moon and stars to help you find direction. Another of the great navigation lies is that the North Star is the brightest in the sky. It's not, but you can find it if you know where to look, and you know where to look by knowing some constellations. Polaris, the North Star, is found somewhere in the sky between the Plough and Cassiopeia. If you find Orion and turn round, you should be looking towards Polaris. However, the best method to find Polaris is to use the pointers at the end of the plough. The distance between the pointers is 1. Then we go apparently 4 more times towards Polaris. However, if the sky is cloudy, you may not be able to see the plough. In that case, you can use Cassiopeia. If you come to the widest triangle and come down from the apex, away from Cassiopeia, you should arrive at the pole star eventually. On a clear night, there is no problem finding these stars. However, if the sky is cloudy or it's affected by light pollution, you will find it more difficult. You can't see Polaris from the southern hemisphere. However, there is a method of finding south using the stars as well. However, as I've never used it, all I'm going to do is show the diagram and leave it at that. As we can see, finding the south using celestial navigation is a little bit more difficult than finding north. Like the sun and the stars, the moon moves across the sky in a regular pattern. We can use this pattern to find the time if we know the direction, and find direction if we know the time. It's easy enough to recognise a full or almost full moon. At 6 o'clock in the evening, it's going to be east-ish. At midnight, it's going to be south-ish. And at 6 o'clock in the morning, it's going to be west. First quarter waxing or developing moon has the lit side in the direction that it's travelling across the sky. With this moon, you will find south at 6 o'clock in the evening and west at midnight. A third quarter or waning moon has the lit side on the place it's come from in the sky. With this moon, you will find east at midnight and south at 6 o'clock in the morning. Although it's more difficult to use a crescent moon with time to determine direction, you can join the horns and take them down to the horizon. This point will be either north or south of you, depending on which hemisphere you're in. In the northern hemisphere, it'll be south, and in the southern hemisphere, it'll be north. At night, it's much more difficult to see detail. However, you can see silhouettes. The black silhouette against the dark blue of the sky. So if you need to find landmarks, get down low and look upwards. If you're high and look downwards, you'll probably see black on black in most light conditions. Similarly, if you write down a grid reference or call sign on a piece of clear plastic, you should be able to read it against the night sky most, but not all of the time. This is a simple standby to help you remember important information. You can practice these day or nighttime navigation skills in any open area or park. So get out there, get navigating. You know it makes sense. It will serve you well. Thank you to all my subscribers, old and new. I really do appreciate your support.